Alrighty, guys, welcome to the Salty Podcast. I've been wanting to start something like this for a while, and it's finally here. A video fellow Blacklight Retribution player Brolithian uploaded kind of inspired me to finally get going on my own podcast. I suggest you go subscribe to him. Today we're going to start off with more or less a pretty easy topic. And I want to discuss for a couple minutes gaming and what we call relaxation, because when I sit down to my computer, I like to play something, how do I say this, intriguing, something that makes me feel. And so if you go to my Steam profile, link is in the description, feel free to friend me on Steam. If you go to my profile, you'll notice my most played game is Dota 2, and I've played over 1,000 hours. It's overall probably my most favorite game of all time. That game is known for being hard, balls to the walls difficult. So what happens when I sit down to my computer and I don't want to go as hard as I can in a competitive scenario? There are other games for that, and I think that's getting more and more popular. Games like Shelter, games like Only If, games like Gone Home. They're exploratory. They're more or less a relaxing, more thoughtful experience than a game like maybe Blacklight Retribution, where it's all skill, it's all focus, it's all hardcore gameplay. It's all competitive. And I just want to discuss relaxation, because I think the mindset is, well, if you're not competing, it's not a real game. People were calling Gone Home not a real game for the longest time. People called it art, but people called it a joke, you know? Some people hate that thing. I've personally never played it, but I've seen gameplay footage and I've done my research. And the game was getting a lot of flack, and people were wondering why it was even on Steam. They were raging, some people more than others, about that game. And I'm going to use it as an example. Those are commonly referred to as casual games. And I'm not one of these people, but what if I was someone who only played games like that? Only played puzzle games, casual games, relaxation games, games like Shelter. Maybe games like Antechamber. That's an exploratory kind of relaxation experience. I own Antechamber on Steam. I haven't finished it, but it's pretty freaking cool. I've played like 3 hours of it so far. I'm just kind of mind blown about the entire thing, because I don't think someone should be put down for creating something that they call a game. It's a virtual experience. Virtual stimulating experience, but if it features no competition, I still don't think people should get flack for that. And I think a lot of people give the developers of games like Gone Home a lot of grief because they want hardcore and they want competition, and I don't think that's fair, and we're all entitled to our own opinion when it comes to what we want to entertain ourselves with. Just keep that in mind when you're searching for your next game, because some people don't have a lot of time to game, and when they do, they want to relax. Dota 2, Blacklight Retribution, I feature a lot of that on my channel. I love competitive gameplay, but I also like relaxation. Just remember that. Don't put people down for playing games. such as Gone Home. I'm going to keep using that as an example. This has been the first episode of the Truly Salty Podcast. It's the Salty Podcast, rather. I listen to Rush Limbaugh a lot, and I'm inspired by him. He's a famous talk show host. Talks a lot about politics. And I love his speaking style, and I love what he has to say most of the time, so I'm kind of inspired by him. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this first episode of the Salty Podcast, and I'm going to be doing this probably daily. I love you guys, and just remember that relaxation is okay. You don't always have to go balls to the walls deep when you're sitting at your computer, when you're gaming. Have some variety. Don't put others down when they want that variety. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.